back. It's been a minute since I put on makeup, so I was like in the middle of doing my eyebrow and I realized, why don't I film this for like a type of get ready with me type video, even though I'm really not, I don't have solid plans. You know when you have plans to leave but I just don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I just know I want to do something. It's really nice outside. It's like end of September in Toronto. Usually it's pretty cold, but the weather has been like so good. And I also have like a few things in front of me that I haven't tried before, so like a first impression type of thing. So the first thing that I'm trying for the first time is this Naked Heat palette. This is my first time trying it. It's been out for a little while now, but I kept telling myself to go to Sephora, and every time I would go I'd forget to pick it up. So this time I remembered and I got it. It's literally my dream palette. It's so many transition shades. I love warm shades and it reminds me a lot of the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm excited to try this. And then I also got a bunch of the new NARS Velvet Foundation Stick. Unfortunately, all of the colors are either too light or too dark for me, so I can still use them for contouring, so I'm going to try these out. So this is how they look. They're just like stick foundations. And the other side has this thingy bob, which is like, I'm assuming it's like a sponge to like blend, but I would never use this because it feels rough. I don't know, I'll try it out for you guys, but I already know I'm not gonna like it. So yeah, let's chat while I finish my makeup. My daughter is being so good today, you guys. I don't know what the hell is going on. Usually she's like up under me, she follows me room to room to room to room, but she's being like super independent today. She like just finished her lunch, right? So she was like sitting at her little table and then she like finished it all. Usually I have to like sit there and like supervise her because she'll never finish all her food, but she was being like so good to the point where I'm like, is she feeling sick? Like I was like taking her temperature and stuff, but she's fine. I don't know, I think it might be. Yesterday we had the best time. Like we had a whole full day together, so I think she just might be tired from that. Like, but we had so much fun. We went to shop and we went to go buy toys.
A few moments later.
Hear that? I knew it wouldn't last. Anyways, let me go deal with that. You guys want to know why she called me to come? Her doll fell off the couch and she was like, oh my god, Elsa, she's hurt, mommy, come quick. Okay, you guys, I just want to tell you guys quickly something that I do. Instead of using a lighter foundation or lighter concealer to highlight my eyebrows, I use my same foundation that I'm going to use on my face because I just hate blending it. You know when it's like you have that like white or that really lightness here and then your foundation color is darker, right? So then that is annoying to blend, especially because I don't want to touch my eyebrows. So nowadays I just do this because I don't need my eyebrows to be super like highlighted. I just need them to be cleaned up, you know what I mean? So that's why I do this. And this brush that I'm using is this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush, and I'm using my foundation, my all-time favorite foundation, you guys, of life. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know I've gone through like a boatload of these. Anyways, you guys, my sister called me yesterday and it was weird because I just talked to her like a couple hours before that and everything was fine, but she called me and she was like hysterical. Not hysterical, but she was like upset because she's like, you know, you have to get here, you have to get here. And I'm the type of person, like my anxiety is crazy, so I thought like somebody jumped her, somebody beat her ass or something, because I was like, oh my god, I just jumped to like, are you dead? Did you die? And she was like, no, like somebody, like basically what happened was she was driving, so she had just dropped off her friend and it was like near the masjid in my mom's area, so she just dropped off one of her friends and she was planning on dropping off the other one. So you know when you kind of pull in but you're not really too pulled in because you're just dropping somebody off, not like when you parallel park, you're just like pulled in. So she pulled in to drop off one of her friends and then the other one was still in the car, so she was like about to pull back out and she noticed there's a bicyclist that was coming, right? So she seen the bicyclist, so she stopped. So there was like hella witnesses, so she seen the bicyclist and she stopped. So the bicyclist like seen her and she says like he looked at her and then looked away and then just tossed himself like on his car, literally scam of the century. And let me tell you something, you guys. Everybody needs to go and invest in a dash cam because people are really out here scamming, trying to get money from you. It's so disgusting. And it was so sad because like there were so many witnesses and they were like screaming at him because everybody came at the masjid. It was like Isha time or Maghrib time, and everybody came at the masjid and they were like hearing from the other people that were already out. So some people were out, some were in, and then they were like, you know, what happened, and everybody was saying like he threw himself literally on her car. There was like a random like other guy that was like another bicyclist guy that was there, and he saw it too, and he's like, it was like a surreal thing that people noticed because they were like, what, like who would do that to themselves? So he's the guy, I guess he's upset because everybody catched on to his scam, so he's screaming, he's yelling, and he made it into like a Muslim thing. I don't know, he's like, I'm Muslim too, my sister like went to the Supreme Court for like defending Muslims or something, or for hijab, and my sister's kind of like, what does that have to do with, like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, Muslims can be scammers too, and you're scamming, like you're trying to pretend like I hit you. And anyways, she knew something was off about him because he not only did he throw himself on her car, as soon as she got out of the car she was like, what, like what happened, like are you okay, like, and he was like, call the police, call the police, call the police. Like he didn't even ask her if she was okay, he didn't ask, like he didn't talk to her about anything else, he was just like, call the police. And that's why it's so important, you guys, to get a dash cam. And I'm gonna literally buy one today, because if she didn't have all those people that were witnesses, it would have just been her word against this psychopath. But anyways, the situation got so out of control, so she called me to come because the police actually came, and she was like nervous to talk to them. But the situation got really out of control because obviously Somali people, they ride for each other. So the men that had witnessed that were like screaming at him, and they're saying like, what are you doing? And they were like yelling at him, and it got really like heated. Because they're defending my sister, and it kind of made the situation worse because the police were a little bit sympathetic to the fact that he was getting cussed out. But it doesn't matter, he's getting cussed out for a reason. He's getting cussed out because he's scamming. And it's so sad because my sister really didn't want it to go to like an insurance thing. She even said like if she would have hit this person, she would have obviously felt bad and she would have like just took the L. But the fact that he threw himself on her car and there were witnesses and he's such an asshole, it just makes the situation so much worse. Because it's like, it's hard to swallow that because it's like, it's not my fault. These people are literally out here scamming. Ugh. And it's so sad because like, when you're used to being like the scammer and to get scammed, it's heartbreaking. It's literally heartbreaking. My eyebrow, this one looks so good. Well, it looks good enough. I'm never good with my eyebrows, but this one, they're not even like cousins. Yeah, so she called me to come, but by the time I came, most of it was done already and they were just leaving. But thankfully we have cameras and stuff. The police officer said that for them to deal with it like themselves, I guess they didn't want to deal with it. They're like, you guys can work it out between each other. And the guy ended up just walking away. So he has my sister's number, so he'll call if anything. But even the police were like, your bike's fine, you're fine. There's this conflicting reports, like we don't know what to do. Deal with it. Basically they just told him, deal with it, you guys deal with it. Like, come on, police in Toronto are so trash. But yeah, they didn't take any witness statements or anything, so I don't even know what's gonna happen with that. It just shows you though, you really guys, if you are drivers, invest in a dash cam. But because I think I'm gonna go for like a smoky-ish brownish eye, I'm actually gonna use, that's something that I do a lot, is I use the darkness, like my natural darkness, to like as eyeshadow basically. A lot of people do that, you know. I thought it was like smart and I was like invented that, but a lot of people actually do that. It's like a reddish brown. I'm just gonna use that first. I'm gonna start right here and then just work my way up into my crease area. So I'm so happy Dr. Foster is back. Anybody from the UK that watches Dr. Foster, if you guys don't know what Dr. Foster is, go on Netflix right now and watch the first season. It's the best show on television. So basically Dr. Foster is pretty much about this doctor, which I don't even know why they call it Dr. Foster. The fact that she's a doctor is not even that important to the storyline. But it really should be called Crazy Ass Gemma. she gets cheated on by her man, and I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it's like the way she finds out and the heartbreak of it all. And like, it's not even, I can't even say it's like a heartbreak story, it's like a revenge story more, but it's just like so like unbelievable the amount of betrayal that she deals with. Like, everybody was against her, not against her, but like, well, they were against her, they're plotting against her basically. Like, first off, if you guys watch the show, then you know who Ross is. If you don't, then you'll figure it out. Ross is such a snake ass. So super sneaky. And the fact that the last episode, she was involved in, you guys, if you watched the last episode, then you know. How did she do that? Like, I would never do that for somebody as sneaky and snaky as Ross. Like, she's still her friend. Why? Everybody else I can kind of understand. They give their justifications, and even like the neighbors, they give their justifications, and then everything kind of works out there. But with Ross, it's like a continual snake nemo. Like, I just hate her so much. And then, not only Ross, there's Tom. So Tom's her son. He's a piece of shit. He's the worst son of life. And I don't know why she's so hung up on him. I would just be like, honestly, I'm young enough. I'm gonna get myself another son. Okay? I could pick up another son like this. Don't ever get it twisted. She's so hung up on that rude ass, evil ass little boy. For what reason? As soon as he told me I don't really like love you or I don't like you, I would have said, okay, cool. Go live with your daddy. You little disrespectful boy. But yeah, she's like obsessed with her son, which honestly, I can't lie. Honestly, if Alina hated me too, I would probably try to work it out with her, because when it's your kid, you're gonna do that. But it's so hard to watch because he's such a little bitch. Yeah, that's literally my favorite show on television. The only reason I watched it, so funny, because I wasn't gonna watch it, but I noticed that girl, I think her name was like Serene Jones. Serene Jones. I think she's big in the UK. I can't lie, she's not really big here. But I know her from, I'm obsessed with British television. I'm so obsessed with British television. I feel like I should low-key live in the UK, because I'm obsessed with everything British, except for British food. I haven't really tried British food, but I love the culture, I love the TV, I love everything about the UK, and I've never even been there. Isn't that so weird? I don't know why. Anyway, so I know her from another British television show that I watched, which is Scott and Bailey, which I put everybody on that too. That's such a good show. Another show that I want to get into, but I just like, I don't know if my emotions can take it, is that missing show where it's like missing kids. Because I'm a weirdo. I love watching missing people. Like anything. I go on YouTube and I search strange disappearances. I search missing college kids. Like, you would think, I feel like if I ever get arrested for anything, they're gonna look at my search history and say that you are a psychopath and you probably killed all these little kids that are missing in your area, because I am obsessed with watching mysteries. I watch, like, if you go on YouTube, there's so many views on it that I know I'm not the only person that watches these things. They're like, I don't know, I'm gonna fix my editing up and I'm gonna post all of the ones that I like to watch, the channels that I like to watch. One of them I know, it's called The Richest, which is, I don't know, maybe it started off like talking about rich people, I don't know. I just watch it for mysteries. I watch serial killers, missing kids, I watch people that kill their wives, which honestly, when they kill their wives, it's kind of boring. I kind of like it better when it's like a stranger. Not that I like it, oh my god. I like the mystery better when it's a stranger, because it's like scarier to me. One girl, I'll tell you the story that happened to her. It was so freaky. Okay, so basically, this is not verbatim, it's been many years, I'm probably gonna make some mistakes, but whatever, you guys. What happened to her was basically, from what I remember, she's she was like almost due. She was a pregnant lady, she was almost due. So she was looking for people that were selling baby supplies. So she found one lady, and I guess she bought a few things from that lady, and they kind of became friends. And so she would keep telling her like, oh, I have something else, I have something else. And she started being like really into, like, they started being friends, you know, off of buying stuff from each other, or her buying stuff from her. And then what happened one day was she basically was being a little weird, because like she was kind of like obsessed with her and her baby, and like asking her a million questions and following up a little bit with her, but she didn't really think anything of it. She thought it was like cute. And so one day she invited her to her house to look at like a crib or something that she wanted to sell to her. Okay guys, I'm back. I just put on my eyelashes and finished doing my liner. And yeah, where was I? Okay, so we were talking about the episode I watched of I Survived. Basically the woman like lured her to her house and then was acting super sketch, I think. And I think the lady was like suspicious and tried to leave. I don't know what happened, but she ended up trying to stab her and take her baby from her stomach. Yeah, so she had cut out the baby from a woman's stomach, and like a psychopath, she went to the hospital with her husband and pretended she had a miscarriage. Isn't that so scary? And left the woman to like bleed to death in her basement. And luckily the woman in Colorado who had the baby cut out of her stomach, I guess she had her phone on her, I don't know, she got to her phone because she called the police and she described to them like how to get to her. And the husband had no idea that his wife was like a psychopath. And it's weird because she has 2 kids. So like, not to say that if you have 2 kids, you know, you can't want more, but usually I would think it's like women who like can never have kids or like they have like medical problems that would do that. But you already have your 2 beautiful children. Why would you go and try to cut out a 3rd baby from a woman's stomach? That is so scary. Okay, so now let me use the contour. So I think I'm gonna go in with, let's see, there's these 2 colors that, oh, I forgot to use this. Okay, we'll use it for the contour. There's these 2 colors that I think I'm gonna go in with this because my eyes kind of like smoky brown, so I don't really mind like a warmer contour. You're supposed to contour with like cooler shades, but I'm gonna go for like a bronzy look. My face is skinnier, put it under here too. And why not? I'll do my nose too. So I'm gonna use my I'm just going to like, no. Sorry, I tried. You guys seen me try. No. We're not doing that today. This is all we need in life, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and blend. I think I used too much, but it's okay. I'll show you guys a trick from when I use too much. So whenever I do a situation like this, I'm just gonna go ahead with my foundation stick and just clean it up. You get it? So it's not everywhere. So go ahead and just clean that up. And that way, I don't have too much to blend out. Let me just go and set my face. The new camera I'm using, guys, is the Canon 77D, and I really like it. It's pretty cool so far. I'll see how it like looks on the computer. But it hasn't died. Like, I've been filming for so long and it's still, the battery's still like full. Isn't that crazy? I'm so used to using my shitty ass other camera that used to die 3 or 4 times before I even did one take. Okay, so mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and use some mascara, just a little bit to blend. Oh my god! Oh, alhamdulillah, nothing happened to me, but I poked my eye. Anyways, this is my new mascara. It's from Boxum, and it's called Big T's, and it's a little too big because I poked myself in the eye. Oh my god, that hurts. But you know what? As long as my makeup's fine, it's not even that serious. Okay, next step. Contour. I almost forgot. Yeah, you guys have been contouring with super big brushes because I'm so lazy, and it's so much better. It's easier to blend out, and I feel like it looks better. You know what I mean? Like when you use a small brush, you get like that straight line, and then you have to like blend for so long. But when you use a fluffier brush, it's already diffusing for you. My favorite new mascara for my under eyes is this from Annabelle, and it's called Skinny. I think it's just called Skinny. I thought it would be called Skinny Mini for some reason, but anyways. I'm just gonna put it, look at it. It's the coolest thing ever. Look how cute it is, you guys. It's so thin. It's perfect for your under eyes. Use it for my under eye concealer. I mean, my under eye lashes. My under eyelashes are so long and my upper eyelashes are so short. Is that not a tragedy? Do a burgundy lip. You think that'd be too much? Ugh, by the time you guys watch this, it'll be too late. Oh, this is not burgundy. Whatever. I think it's still cute. We'll still wear it. So, it's gonna line my lips with this lip liner. It's kind of like a reddish brown. I actually think it'll look nice. That's so weird. I thought it would be a burgundy. So the lipstick I'm gonna wear is, this will go well. This is Linda from NYX, and it's like a brownish color too. And I think they'll blend well together. Is this too much, you guys? Or is it not enough? Okay guys, so I went ahead and made it a little bit more matte. But I use the same thing. So this is just the Bite 46 lip pencil and the Linda NARS lipstick. And it kind of Naked Heat theme. I think so, you guys. I'm actually really happy with this. Anyways, this is the final look. I just have to spray my face. Yeah, but this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't a lot of like nonsense. I don't know. If you guys like this chatty type of get ready with me, I actually really like watching them when I'm like doing my laundry or I'm doing something where I just want to be distracted. So that's why I was like, let me film one for myself. So if you guys like this, I would do another video like this. Bye.